Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FLATOUT Racing's Classic League night. It's Thursday night. Time for some classic action. 2002 Ferraris will be taken to the grid. 25% race here at Sochi, Russia, for the Classic Russian Grand Prix. 13 drivers set up for qualifying. We're hoping to get a little bit more for the race. But feels good to be back in the booth for the Classic League. Last week I was absent. Excuse me. Had to take care of some errands. But I'm back. It's going to be a quick, action-packed, action-filled. Should be a lot of overtaking, close racing, wheel-to-wheel night tonight. So I hope everyone is ready to go. If you haven't, subscribe to Race Drives TV. Give us a like. Follow me on Twitter at Zebra94. We're getting ready to go. Beautiful red cars. They're going to be ear-piercing going down these rather fast corners, and then through the slow section, you get to see the low revving when they go down to the low gears. And just already you hear that high screeching of those ridiculously sounding engines. As we have all 5 drivers out on their outlap where they start going for the tires. The setups have been loaded and ready to go. So let's see who will bring what to the table. Of course, people we have to keep an eye on as well with the regular league is Richmond and Coley. They're going to have their own battle over in the Formula 1 division. But the guy we have to keep an eye on is Matty Shaw. 2 weeks ago, he came out of nowhere during the Bahrain race with a very impressive 4th. I'm not sure what happened last week, though. Need to go back in the messages and kind of read up on that. D-Wood showing some promising as well. Frosty, I believe this is his first classic race, so welcome Frosty89. UK Demon as well showed some good signs a couple of weeks ago. Of course, Nell, Vince Tor, Stevo, the TARDIS, Dan, and Tambo, and Croman as well. So, 13 drivers. Get ready to go. Let's put the lap data up there for everyone as we go through the field. Let's see if anyone has started their lap. Richmond is front runner of the qualifying pack so far. Cars only having 7 gears as compared to 8 gears in the current cars the drivers run. It's one of those courses where it is real life, not very many overtaking opportunities, but from personal experiences, this track can give you great wheel-to-wheel action. And I can't wait for it. Richmond is the first one entering into Sector 3 to try to kind of get a guy where everyone's going to be at. He's definitely one of the drivers to keep an eye on. Just hear that just screeching going down the back stretch there. And Richmond is going to set a time of an invalidated time. So that time will not count. And Coley set a time for 136.411. And Score is next to cross the line. And cross with a 138. Dan Evans in across the line with a 136. Matty Shaw with a 137. Richmond has retired. Steve-O hard on the wall, and as well as Richmond. So I wonder what happened there. They don't look. No, 2 separate incidents. So both Steve-O and Richmond are going to be out for qualifying with just 7 minutes to go. So Makes it a little bit more chaotic for those two as they have to work their way up to the front with just 25% race distance. On board with TARDIS. Have a cost inspector 2. Looks like a Ferrari has gone around, and it was Matty Shaw. Is he out of the race? Oh no, he's not. Actually, I'll park it over the side and let the other cars go. Unfortunate. Lost all of his left side of the front wing there, and he's going to try to limp it back to the pit as quick as possible so he can get another shot at it. But yeah, that front left wing is absolutely disintegrated. Here comes an L through the slowest section of the course. Plenty of 90-degree corners, and looks like he's just going to dive right off into the pits. So we're having some cars going into the pits here. TARDIS gets set a validated time. Here comes Frosty as he's going to start his lap now. Let's see what he has. Only 3 cars out on the track. That's going to be Tambo, TARDIS, and Frosty. As here comes TARDIS around, and he's going to set a 139, looking to greatly improve that. TARDIS up 1/10 through Sector 1. Gotta kick back and listen to the sounds. The early 2000s Ferrari, beautiful sounding machine. You see him struggling with the rear end there, just not exactly nailing the apexes, and he's going to dive off into the pit. We switch back to Frosty 89. Looks like he had a little bit of a struggle, and he might actually be diving up into the pit as well. No, maybe not. Looks like he's probably going to have another go at it though. He's going to cross the line with a non-valid time of a 141, but now we have 3 cars on their outlap, which is 3.5 minutes to go. There's one of them coming out. On board with Frosty, the only car on a current lap setting time. And Coley getting ready to start setting his times as well. We'll be going on board with them in just a little bit as we continue to follow Frosty around here. Times he sets as he goes through Sector 2. Gotta love the sound, man. Beautiful. This last section of the track really gets a lot of people. It's got a slight off-camber 90-degree left-hander, where if you accelerate at the wrong time, you will lose the rear end. And Frosty now approaching. Let's see what time he's gonna get. And he is up a second, but Again, not validated. So let's go up to Coley now. On board our current pole sitter for the time being. There you see him use all of the track. And TARDIS has retired from the session. And that looks like kind of coming off of, where would that be at? Yeah, that's coming off the long left-hander. There we go, on board, back on board with Coley. Let's see if he's able to improve his time as it goes around. He's going to set a 1:35.913. Dan Ebbs right behind him. He improves his time, but not to the 1:36.485. Why is it 1:35? Shown as a 1:36.411. Weird. Unless I read that completely wrong. On board with Croman as we have just 45 seconds left in qualifying. Croman in P3 down just only by a couple of tenths. Let's see if he's able to make up for the time. Make up just those important 3/10. Go deep inside. It's going to be a 1:36.381. That's going to put him on provisional pole with just 20 seconds left. Let's go back to Matty Shaw as he enters the third section. Frosty and Demon are in the pits. They're not going to be able to set a lap, so really more than half the field is going to be setting a lap unless Dewood can set something. And Matty Shaw running out of time, and he will not get another shot. So unfortunate for him, but he is starting in 5th place as it stands. Where's Dewood at? He was in sector 1. He's running his lap. Here comes Coley. What time is he going to set? He's going to set a 1:36.119. Dan Epps goes into the pits. So Coley provisional pole as it stands. We still have 3 cars left to finish a lap. Can Croman start on the podium? He's up 2/10, which is what he needs, but kind of decapitated the corner there a bit, so that doesn't validate his time. Ooh, getting a little bit squirrely there. Oh, he was on pole setting pace, and that is unfortunate for Croman, as looks like he will be starting second, unless if Tambo has something to say about it. He's on the last corner. He's going to run wide. He's going to get an unvalidated or non-valid time, the 1:37. That would have put him up in, I believe, 6th place. But here comes D-Wood. Can he say anything about it? He's going to go 1:37.307. That's going to put him up in 4th. He's going to knock a Nell. Everyone else below him down a run. So D-Wood coming with a clutch last lap time. I'm sure he's happy with that. So your pole sitter is going to be Coley with a 1:36.119. First and third only separated by 1/10. 4th through 6th separated by 2/10. The real head scratch is going to be from 10th through 13th. We know Richmond's fast. We know Steve-O has some pace. We know UK Demon is consistent. Frosty's kind of like that wild card. How well is he going to do? As we wait for someone to retire. Looks like Dan Epps needs to hit that retire button. So 30 seconds left in the session. Then the drivers will start fixing up their pit strategies. Who's going to go all out? Who's going to make a stop? Going to be close. Ooh, it is pouring rain here for the Russian Grand Prix. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see how the drivers adapt to the torrential conditions. That is the rain. 15 seconds left until green lights. Alright, here we go. 13 2002 Ferraris line up on this soak-filled, on this water-filled grid. 5 red lights, and away we go. You see just the spray, some slower cars kind of getting out of the way there. Oh, we got some wing damage going to go off there. We have a car dropping way back. Side by side. Oh, we have cars going way wide. Overshooting. Oh, it's Demolition Derby in the back. What's going on? Frosty, Matty Shaw, and Richmond get involved. Oh, Coley trying to hold on to it. And I believe he does, but he collects another car with them. That was going to be a nail. And then we have cars bouncing off. These drivers were not expecting the rain. And with the lot, these cars have quite a bit of acceleration behind them. And they have to be careful, or else they're going to spin those back tires and just constantly, their tires going right up against the wall, scrubbing off some paint with those tires and just holding on to it. Dan Epps drops a couple of spots from Tambo and Coley. And it is just so hard to see in this terrain. And Matty Shaw has retired. Couldn't handle the rain, unfortunate for him. 13 laps, and hoping that the rain will let off. I'm sure the drivers are thinking. Croman is taking off with the lead. Stevo is dropping hard. Stevo with a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. There's a now side by side with Stevo. Four of these cars there all together through Sector 3. This is scary as they're about ready to complete their first lap. Roman with a fast lap. Oh, there's Yanel trying to drive in speed. He's missing a little bit of his right front wing there. Richmond with a 5-second stop and go penalty for moving in the pit lane. And he's going to change out his front wing. And here comes Yanel going around the outside in the rain. It's going to be so close. Can he make the pass with the broken front wing? Side by side, he's got to run extremely wide. He's got to left the gas. There's his hardest. He doesn't have a front left wing either. So it's amazing that these drivers are still able to hold on to it as Tardis goes around the outside with half a front wing. In the rain, that is a special skill set in itself. As Yanel still side by side with Tardis. He must try to loom there in the back. Side by side. Tardis with 3-second time penalty. He's just trying to hold on to his car. Unbelievable. Let's go back up to the front here as we kind of cycle through the field real quick. Eagle with 3 seconds for the second stop and go penalty. For exceeding track limit, so not even a, wow. Walk right a little bit wide. He's actually going to lose the rear just a bit. That's going to allow Coley to attempt the pass for D-Wood. Or, yeah, Coley to attempt the pass on D-Wood there. Roman setting a fast time with a 152.262. D-Wood getting a little bit loose off the last corner. Croman is just sailing into the rainy day there. Almost 4.5 seconds ahead of second place. And all Croman has to do is keep it straight. Lap 3 is complete. So here comes Coley. He's trying to go on the inside around the long left-hander. They hold on to it. Oh, Dan goes wide and he crashes hard right into the wall. Oh man, going a little bit too hard trying to catch up. Unfortunate for him. We're going back here. The battle for second and third. And two drivers have bit the dust. Dan Ebbs and Matty Shaw. Richmond down in what is now technically 11th. This is a battle. We'll go back to them shortly. Steve-O with a 3-second time penalty, but here comes a Nell around UK Demon. Going way out to the left, outside coming in and inside coming out. Oh, and UK Demon has hit the wall hard. He's spinning around completely. He's trying to get his car spun back around. He does have plenty of daylight. Frosty moves up a position. And just like that, let's go back here. Coley managed to get around D-Wood just for a split second. Coley kind of letting off the throttle and letting D-Wood go by him, hopefully thinking that he can get him to overshoot the corner there. But this long left-hander could very well end anyone's race, as I saw with Dan. And here comes Coley on the inside, running a little bit wide there. D-Wood's trying to capitalize back in this drag race. Still side by side, D-Wood's gonna have Coley was gonna have the inside line for this next right-hander. But he's actually gonna run wide and Coley's gonna go on the outside and he's gonna take the pass again. These two have been swapping positions left and right. We have 10 laps to go. Board with D-Wood. It'll be interesting when it comes down to penalties again here tonight. Based on what, there's D-Wood just struggling with this car, especially around the very slow section. Roman continues to put in fast lap after fast lap, up by 7 seconds. We have 9 laps to go. Right on board with Vince Tour. Oh, and D-Wood has caught up. Looks like Coley might have gotten a little bit loose, maybe. Just caught up within about 5/10, nearly half a second, and he's continuing to close. Rossi with a 3-second time penalty. And Steve-O has retired from the session. Oh, yeah, there's his tire. So unfortunate for him. 3 down, and we have yet to even hit the halfway point of the race. Unfortunate for him. These two are still battling out. Wonder what happened with Coley. He kind of broke away from their action just a bit. But here's where Coley's strong, and here's where D-Wood is trying to improve. D-Wood with 3-second time penalty. There's Tambo in the back, trying to catch up. Like D-Wood was able to hang with Coley for just a little bit longer, but I believe that D-Wood has a 5-second stop and go penalty plus a 3-second time penalty. But the rain looks like it has to be letting up just a kind of a light rain than a heavy rain at the beginning of the race here. 8 laps to go. This is the main battle we'll be focusing on for pretty much the whole race once everyone kind of got sorted out. Coley running wide. That's going to allow D-Wood to come up and try to make up some ground, and he does, side by side. They're trying to get on the inside of Coley, make Coley run wide. He's going to get better traction out of it. It looks like that. D-Wood is, but Coley trying to pass around the outside. They touch just a bit. You see the hand of Coley going up in the air. And Coley on the inside. Will D-Wood try to go the over and under? He does, but Coley's going to get the inside line again. A look at Tambo in the back. He's slowly creeping up behind these two. We may have a three-way battle for second, third, and fourth in just a couple laps time. We shall see. Ten-second time penalty for D-Wood. We've got about 18 seconds worth of time penalties. My goodness. There's a battle between Vince Tor and Anel. This is for 5th position. Maybe even more. Coley trying to put some distance between these, between D-Wood now. Richmond with a fast time of 1:51.779. And there is a little bit of a dry line showing up there. This is the closest battle we have, and when I can tell, it is for, position. D-Wood has a 18 seconds worth of penalties, and they're now going deep, really closing the gap. Oh, wow, running extremely inside there. And he's going to pass Vince Tor. Brilliant move. Now Anel's trying to close the gap on Tambo. Hold on to it, and now with second out now. Roman setting another fast time. Frosty disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location. So black flag for him. We have 9 drivers left. Oh, we have a caution in Sector 1. Who could it be? Okay, it's just a ghost car of Frosty from what I believe. So we're about halfway, or a little more than halfway through. 7 laps to go. Do a lap with the leader. approaching the third sector here. Also keeping an eye on the intervals. Next to take a look at who has moved up and who has gone down. Fully started in the pole position. Croman passed him at the beginning of the race. Dewood up in position. Tambo up 4, and now right where he started in 5th place. Vince Ford up 1. Tardis up 2. Richmond up 4, and UK Demon up 2. So almost everyone kind of gaining positions there, with the exception of Coley and Nell. Either drops position or stays in the third position. Croman with a 157.60. He had just 5 laps to go. There's a little bit of blue. If you look up the sky, we may see some the rain completely stop, but I don't think it's gonna do anything as far as strategies are concerned. It's all about tire wear. There he is in about mid-6. You saw him just fighting with his wheels and playing his throttle just a little bit. Oh, getting a little bit squirrely there, but he holds on to it. And Croman handling these conditions extremely well, knowing when to coast, when to brake, when to put on the throttle. He's doing it with actually pretty nice precision. I'm pretty sure that those wets that he's on are getting kind of worn just a bit. Tambo with a 3-second time penalty. Into the final sector now. Very, very low third gear, and that's your kind of, I guess, a lap and a half. There's your lap with the leader, but let's go down here to Anel, who's now within 1 second of Tambo. So now can get past Tambo. Could put him on the podium, actually. I really caught up to him during those last couple of corners. Trying to get into the draft. You see Tambo trying to break the draft, going inside just for a split second, but then back outside and into the racing line. Look, and now closed in. Yes, he did by a little bit, it looks like. Now within 2/10. With a nice tight line around the left-hander and straight on out. I don't want any snapback from going too wide. Just 4 laps to go. This is the battle for essentially the bottom step of the podium with Dewood's penalties. And here comes Anel. He's going to try to go on the inside of Tambo, and he does. Tambo running a little bit wide. Ooh, this is kind of a little scary part. And Anel gets around Tambo, not a problem, thanks to that awful camera view. Looks like Tambo may have lost the back end for just a bit, but we have 3 laps to go, and Anel is trying to kind of solidify that. It would be a technical 3rd place position due to all the time penalties that would have unfortunately occurred. the pits. So Vince Torres right there too. About 2.5 seconds behind Tambo. Let's go through the field with just 3 laps to go. Groman, he's been leading since lap 1. Coley, 15.5 seconds down from D-Wood. May have been a little bit closer if he wasn't battling for D-Wood for the first 5 laps or so. There's D-Wood currently sitting in 3rd, but that is likely to change at the end of the race when all the penalties add up. There's Anel, 7 seconds behind D-Wood in 4th position. There's Tambo, 1.5 seconds behind Anel. Just got passed not too long ago. Vince Torre, about a little less than 3 seconds down from Tambo. Petardis, 11 seconds behind Vince Torre. He currently sits in 7th, trying to get a strong points finish here tonight. Richmond, P8, not his night, just crashed out during qualifying and had some early run-ins early on with Matty Shaw at the very beginning of the race, and he's just been trying to salvage what he could. And we have a spin out. Looks like Tambo gets around, and that's going to open up the door for Vince Torre as he moves up into P5, and then UK Demon down in P9. There he is. So 2 laps to go. 4 drivers out tonight. Zebra 94, thank you for joining us for the conclusion of this classic Russian Grand Prix on Racing Stripes TV. If you haven't subscribed, give us a like, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter at Zebra 94. If you're looking for a commentator, I'm your guy. D-Wood with another 3-second time penalty. Actually, Richmond is going into the pits probably just to give one last hoorah and trying to go for or he's actually maybe serving his stop and go penalty, but doing so, it occurs another 5-second stop and go penalty. Oh boy. Croman has made a 17, excuse me, nearly a 17-second lead. All the battles are pretty much done and dusted. We're just going to ride around with our leader for the last lap. Croman sitting at 152.29. Those times are getting faster and faster. The rain is still coming down ever so lightly. Wait for the leader Croman to come across this finish line. Very, very exciting start with plenty of mishaps and close battles, but as the race went on, has slowly deteriorated into what we see now as Croman gets around lap car. I believe that is UK Demon. Croman is just trying to get to the finish line here in one piece. Well, yes, he was taking nice and slow for these last 2 right-handers. And your winner for the Classic Russian Grand Prix is going to be Croman in the 2002 Ferrari as he crawls his way over the finish line and make sure that it is secured and everything is good to go. But we're going to finish off with Coley, who's As soon as he got around D-Wood, he just put distance between them. 8 seconds. And Coley's going to finish 16.5 seconds behind Croman. And here comes D-Wood. He's got some penalties to serve. Anel right behind him. He's going to put him up into P3. Here comes Vince Torr. So Anel gets the bottom step of the podium. Vince Torr coming across the line. He's going to move up into P4. D-Wood now dropping position. Tambo moves up to P6. D-Wood's going to stay in 5th position. And here comes Tardis. Last corner. In 7th position. Here comes Richmond. Oh, and UK Demon finished right behind Croman. And here comes Richmond. Last car to finish, taking his time. Mr. Richmond is trying to do everything he could to recover, but it isn't so tonight. Richmond crosses the line, and there you have it, folks. FLATOUT Racing's Classic League comes to an end for the night. Join us Monday nights for the Mexico Grand Prix here at FLATOUT Racing on the Zebra 94 for Racetrack Motorsports. Let's go to the podium, of course. Croman celebrating. Sporting the, I believe that is the Croatian flag. Congratulations to our podium sitters of Croman, Coley, and Anel. As they bump champagne bottles as they wear the same uniform. And there you have it. The official standings, D-Wood in P5 due to technicalities, but Croman, Coley, Anel, Vince, D-Wood, Tambo, Tardis, Richmond, UK, and that is it. Those were all the drivers that finished with 4 DNFs on the Zebra 94. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Monday night, same time, same place.